Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. Oh, we've had a question today, comes into customer service from Greg Bowler. And Greg said, I would like to know the correct position of the left elbow at address. Should the elbow be pointing down or should it be facing the target? What position should the left arm be in? Thanks for making golf fun. Regards, Greg Bowler. Okay, Greg. Now, I'm going to assume here and talk about your left elbow being your forward elbow in the swing, okay? Because when you said just the fact that you're talking about it pointing, facing the target, so it has to be the forward elbow. Yes, there's a good, correct way to have the elbow. Now, as you know, the right elbow is a totally different subject. I like to always think that we want to remain as natural as we can. All right, so at address, once you get in your posture and you bend over, and you're ready to address the ball, and grab the club and address it, we want your arms hanging basically straight down. From this view, we want hanging them down so they should be somewhere about your toe line. Normally, I've always said in a proper hang, the left thumb knuckle, your forward thumb knuckle, should be somewhere around your chin to your nose. If it's inside your chin, you're getting your hands too under you, and the hands too inside will make the club go back shut. Just like if you get it out here too far, where it's out here towards your eyes or your head, the key will be you'll over-rotate, and that'll get you, and you'll be very likely having a problem of maintaining your balance, and it could help you to a point with over-rotation, getting too far inside and flat, swinging out to the right, falling back to try to hit it to the target, or you're going to quite often be fighting falling forward. So the hang position is important, just straight down. And the way I describe that is once you get here, just make believe there's a guy laying on the ground. Somebody's laying on the ground. They put up their hand, they say they're laying on the ground, and they put up their hand, and for you to shake it into their palm, so their hand's up like this, you're just going to go like that. You're just going to extend your arm, all right? You're just going to extend your arm straight down, naturally, all right? And then shake their hand, all right? Hanging straight down with the thumb somewhere under the chin to the nose on average, okay? Now, that can change on people depending on somebody with a longer torso and shorter legs and you know, body situations could make it that it's off. It'd be more towards the nose or more towards the chin or whatever. I mean, that you got to find. But the whole key is just get there, get into that posture, hips out, get into that athletically ready position. Just drop your arms. Where basically, if you were right here, you'd come up and your hands would be just slightly in front of your knees. See, if I'm in the athletic position here and I stand up, you see that I'm probably just a little outside my knees. Okay, so the key now becomes, what is the muscle tone and the position of the arm? Now I'm going to lift my arm up here, my shirt up on my arm here. When I go down natural, even if I stretch out my right hand or my left hand to shake hands with somebody, we don't ever go and overstretch and lock. We just go out. We maintain our angles. We're not going to overstretch like that. It just goes out natural. The big thing to think about, and I'm seeing an awful lot of this, an awful lot, and I think it's really dangerous, and I think it can really be, it's going to, could have an issue of you taking the way to cut the club into the catcher's mitten up the tree, because it's going to take your arm out of dynamic balance. But I'm seeing a lot of this. A lot of the foreign players, I think, must be being taught that they want the arm higher, and they get it up in the air, and it's actually hyperextended. I've seen many golfers playing like this where the arm is up. I think in some cases they're trying to get it. See, if I'm in my normal position here, my left arm is kind of just, the underside of my left arm is just kind of touching my chest here. I think they want to try to get it, maybe trying to get it above the chest. Like we tell women, you have to clear your chest. You can't go under, over, or whatever. You have to clear it a little bit, but you don't want to ever clear it by actually raising your elbow, stretching your arm out, and pulling your elbow up, which is what we call hyperextension. Now you're totally out of balance. And watch what happens to my hand. Look at where my hands kind of pointed. Both hands are pointed inward. I grab the club here. But when I raise that arm up that much and hyperextend, look what it does to my hand. It pulls it that way. Now, it's supposed to rotate that way going in the backswing. So it not only hyperextends, it puts all this tension in especially in your elbow and all the way up to your shoulder, because it tightens all those muscle groups up right up to your neck. Now it makes you, it's almost impossible to rotate your hands without flipping them and over flipping them, which is a problem. So hyperextension is bad. That's no different than to stand here and lock your legs and try to walk, lock your knees back and try to walk. It's going to start killing your hips. All right, and so muscles, joints, the joints are designed to be in dynamic motion with a little flexation in them. Flexed but not bent or broken. All right, so if you firm up your grip, you grab this grip, and as I say, squeeze upward and get a relatively firm grip with both hands and arms. I'm firming up to, and my muscles, my fingertips to my forearm goes right here, just like if you're going to hit something backhanded like that. You're firm right to here, because if you lock up your arm, if you hyperextend your elbow, what's the power hit from there as compared to that? All right, so I just go to there, and that's all you want. You can't let it get to the elbow, and anytime you get the arm up in the air, that's what it is. So let's just look at it. Naturally, let your arms hang, just like you shake your hands with somebody on the ground. You grip the club, and when you get your squeeze up grip, you firm up only to the top of the forearm, the very top of the forearm, which is below the elbow, and you do not let the tension get into the elbow, because that means you're going to start straightening. And certainly don't ever try to get the elbow, the arm up high and arch the elbow, which is going to, an arched elbow is hyperextended, and boy, that is just chasing bad elbow problems, and could even start hurting your neck and your shoulders. All right, so let's just be natural, athletically ready, arms hang, and yes, the elbow is pointing somewhat towards the target. This the inside elbow is pointing, if we had a clock up here and this was 12 o'clock and that's 11 and that's 1, it's probably pointing up there about 1, okay? If you start going like this and it's now pointing up at 12, you've got it turned under too much, you're into a weak grip, and or you've hyperextended. Because see, if I'm standing here and do this, as soon as I hyperextend it, see where the club goes? It starts moving over there. So it's just be natural handshake. 1 o'clock that'll be pointing, the elbow won't actually be pointing to the target, it'll be just pointing that way. Because if you pointed at the target, now you've got yourself turned too much in the backswing. So it's just pointing probably somewhere 20, 30 yards left of the target. Just whatever it goes down naturally here, okay? 1 o'clock for the inside, somewhere over there, but not at the target. That's way too much. Left of the target, and be natural. And with that, you're in a perfect position to just have that slight rotation, toe up into the catcher's mitt and up the tree. Make that nice vertical swing and hit it solid and straight and shoot those low scores. That's it for the search for today, and I'll be talking to y'all again soon.